Alrighty, good evening, everyone. Good evening, and welcome. Welcome to tonight. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's Thursday and it's 8 p.m. And we're here. We are live and we're doing this. This is the weekly live webinar of the Advanced Lounge community, and it's 8 p.m. Yes, yes, yes. We are here, and I'm mighty excited to be here again this evening to host this week's edition of the Advanced Lounge weekly live webinar. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, thank you. You're welcome. I see you. Hi, Adiola. Welcome to tonight. Welcome to the webinar tonight. Thank you so much for always being here. I hope you've had a great day, a great week. Thank God, for the week. Yes, thank you, Tochi. I see you. Welcome to the webinar tonight. Thank you so much for always being here. So we get right into it. This is the weekly live webinar of the Advanced Lounge community, as I've already said, and these are just learning sessions, knowledge sharing sessions, where we get to learn about anything and everything that affects our personal development, personal growth journey. And so this evening you are here and you are in for a wonderful time tonight. I want you to get excited because this evening it's going to be so great. You're going to go away this evening with equipped, and better position for your journey. And these webinars are brought to you by the Advanced Lounge community. The Advanced Lounge it's a haven for people who are learning and growing and becoming a more valuable, more superior versions of themselves. We understand that we all want change. Everybody wants better. We want to have better experiences. We want to grow. We want to be promoted. We want to do different things. We all have good aspirations, plans, but you must understand that the change that you desire, it's not going to be dependent on any other person but on you. And so in the Advanced Lounge is a community where we come together to be equipped with the resources, with the tools, with the support to enable us to become better versions of themselves. It's when we have become more valuable, when we are transforming into a more superior version, then we can begin to attract the kinds of success, the kinds of aspirations, the kinds of things that we want, that we desire for ourselves. Hi, John. Welcome to the weekly live webinar. Thank you so much for being here. So the Advanced Lounge is just a haven. It's a haven for people that know that they want more. We want more, but we understand that the wanting more is not dependent on our parents. It's not dependent on our spouses. It's not dependent on our bosses. It's not dependent on anybody or anything out there. The more that we want, it depends on us. So in the Advanced Lounge, we bring the focus back to the most important person, which is you. Our mission, our vision is to empower people to become, to move forward in life more purposefully. And we do that by providing the resources, the tools, the support that you need to enable you to think, to plan, and to act. So everything that we do in the Advanced Lounge is focused on the individual. And so the weekly live webinars are just one expression of the things that we do in the Advanced Lounge to build up the individual and to place them, to position them for bigger successes in life. I tell you that there are heights for you to attain. There are mountains for you to take. There are territories for you to take. There are grounds for you to cover. But you must understand that all of that depends on you. Let me write in the comment section, my success depends on me. My success depends on me. So enough of saying, oh, my boss did not do this. Enough of saying, oh, my husband did not do this, or my father did not do this, or the president of my country did not do this, and all of those things. Enough of that. We must begin to now take the focus back to the important person, back to the person who needs to be focused upon, which is you and which is me. And so yes, I see you guys. Absolutely. Adiola says my success depends on me. Yes, John says my success depends on me. Absolutely. Awesome. And so tonight we are just going to go on that journey where again we are equipping ourselves. On this journey, it is when you know better, then you can do better. It is when you know better, then you can do better. And so you are here this evening to pick very valuable insights that will help you on your journey of growth. I'm here to tell you that you are not here to waste your time. Absolutely. I'm not here to waste my time. And definitely, you are not here to waste your time. This is going to be time that is well spent for you. And I want you to be here. I want you to be fully engaged. I want you to be present. I want you to take in as much as you can this evening, because there's a lot that is going to be coming at you. I want you to take it and not be defensive. You are here to learn, so open up yourself, so that you can learn. My name is Tracy Akbera. I'm a personal success coach, and I'm the founder and the anchor of the Advanced Lounge community. My job is to show you the possibilities that exist, and I dare say that the possibilities are endless. They are limitless. It is you that will place a limit on what you can do and who you can become. And my job is to help you to begin to navigate from where you are now to where you want to be. And I invite you to come on this journey with me. It has been an interesting journey for me, and I dare say that it's going to be an interesting journey for you. So tonight we're going to be talking about how do we begin to harness our experiences to craft a visionary future. The vision of the Advanced Lounge is to help individuals to begin to move forward purposefully. We have discovered that a lot of people are moving forward, but that is just it. They are moving forward every day. You just wake up and you go and you come. There is no plan, there is no goal, there is no objective. People are just going without any plan, just go anyhow. Let's just do this. And so, for us to begin to move forward with purpose, the first thing is to have a destination in mind. And immediately what comes to your mind is, where are you going with your life? Yes, in the journey of your life. When you wake up from your bed, you take your bath, and then you dress up, and then your family member says, where are you going? And so tonight I want to ask you, in your life, where are you going? Please think about it and ask yourself, where am I going? Truly, every day I wake up, I do this, I come back, I do that, I do this. But truly, in my life, where am I going? Please ask yourself, where are you going? Because you have to be going somewhere. The tragedy is that a lot of people don't consider, a lot of people don't stop to think and ask themselves, where are you going? And so tonight we're going to be thinking, how do we begin to, because we go through experiences on a daily basis. Last year you went through an experience. The year before last you went through an experience. And every day, yesterday you went through an experience. Today you went through an experience. So, but how do you begin to put all those together to craft a visionary future, a future that you are looking and you can see far, and you can see something? You are not it now, but you can see it in your mind clearly, and that you are headed to somewhere. And so tonight, we're going to try to understand, what do we do with the past? Yesterday is past. I hope you know. This is 8 p.m. Nigerian time. 7 p.m. is past. But what do we do with the past? I know they said we should not, but what do you do with the past? How do you begin to use the past to your advantage? Many people talk about the good old days. The good old days when naira was when naira to dollar was 120. Yes, the dollar was naira was 120 naira to $1. Those were the good old days, right? And now we're talking about the good old days. The problem is that some people are just stuck in those good old days. They don't understand that, now it's no longer 120 to $1. It's now 1,000 something to $1. So those are the experiences of yesterday. But how do you begin to understand in your life, bringing it back to your life now? How do you begin to understand? How do you begin to harness all those experiences of the past, of yesterday, of last year, of 2 years ago? How do you begin to harness all that and use it? Because you are going somewhere, you are headed somewhere. How do you begin to harness all those to use them as valuable inputs into the place that you are going to? So how do we want to begin to understand what's the impact of the past, of yesterday, of 2 years ago, of last year? Then how do we begin to release ourselves? Because the truth of the matter is that a lot of people are stuck there. They refuse to understand that there is something more, that we are already moving forward, that time is moving, time is going, but a lot of people are stuck there. Some people are stuck, maybe painful experiences, not so palatable experiences, but it's the past. So how do we begin to understand? How do we begin to release ourselves from that? How do we begin to release ourselves from such experiences? How do we begin to extract wisdom? Because remember, I said, how do we begin to use all those things to our advantage? And then looking into the future, how do you begin to now craft a vision? How do you begin to look forward? How do you begin to move forward with expectation? How do you begin to move forward, understanding that what is before you is bigger than what is behind you? If I were to tell you now that what is before you is more glorious, is better than what is behind you, why will you now choose to just hold on to? Why will you choose to remain in that place when you know that there is much more? And then we're going to be looking at the tools and the resources that we will need on this journey, for a very sustained growth. So, are you ready? Let me write in the comment section. I am ready. Are you ready for tonight? I want to see emojis. I want to see your drum rolls. I want to see your dance emojis. I want to see fire emojis. I want you to show me that you are ready for tonight. Are you ready? We're going to be moving very, very fast. So I want you to be here, be present, and let's do this. So are you ready? Let me see your emojis. Let me see your comments that you are ready, and let's get this show on the road. Remember, we're talking about how do we harness all our experiences? How do we harness all our experiences to begin to craft a visionary future, to begin to move forward with purpose? How do we begin to put everything together? How do we instead of being stuck in that place, how do we begin to bring the wisdom, the good out of it, that we can begin to harness everything and then move forward with power and with purpose? First of all, the past. The past, I said, refers to your experiences, the choices that you made, the events that you went through. All of those, they begin to shape our current identity, what we are doing now, who we are now. Everything, the experiences that we've had, the choices that you made, the things that you went through, even right from when you were much younger. Yes, I see all your comments. We're ready, we're hitting the ground running. Yes, all these things, they combine to shape our current identity. And who we are really is a sum total of our thoughts, our habits, our belief system, the environment that we're exposed to. All of these form our experiences, and all these experiences are often rooted in the past. Just by the word experience, it's something that you have passed through already. You have already passed through it. And so you are a sum total of all these things. And sometimes when there are things that have not been really dealt with, have not been resolved, what happens is that many people are unable to move past those things, and then it begins to affect how they begin to progress or how they begin to proceed into the future. And this is very, very key. For you to live a life that is focused and is clear, and that you are heading somewhere, you have to be able to understand that the past is the past. That what the past is good for is to use it in a way that helps you to move beyond where you are at now. So how do we begin to move? First of all, understand that we are all products. We are all coming from somewhere. Like my coach and mentor, he said, we're all coming from a lot. We are all coming from somewhere. Your childhood, the kinds of experiences, the school that you went to, the kind of friendships, all those experiences, we are products of we are the product of those experiences. But the thing that we should not allow ourselves is to now become prisoners, to become like there is an iron bars. There are iron bars that we are now stuck in that place and back in where we were supposed to be coming from in the past. We must understand that there is somewhere that we are going, and I always get excited that there is somewhere that we are going. There is a glorious future. There is a future where the possibilities are limitless, they are boundless. But then there's something holding us back. We have refused to focus, we have refused to move towards that future because there is something holding us back, because there is something that is keeping us back. But tonight, we use those experiences We are here to learn how we can begin to use those experiences, harness them. That is, squeeze it and bring out the juice from it, and begin to use those, to create a visionary future, a visionary future for ourselves. So understand that we are the sum, we are the product of our past. Your experiences, they are your experiences. Your experiences cannot be my experiences, and my experiences cannot be your experiences. That's why I'm a single unique individual, because there are no two people that can have the same kinds of experiences. In fact, I think it was last week when I was giving an example. Even if you are a twin and I've interacted with one, you will find out that your experiences or the way that you perceive events will be different. And so there is nobody that is like you. You are unique, you are special, and you are distinct. And everything about you is not supposed to limit you. You are supposed to now use it to craft a visionary future for yourself, a future where you are walking in possibilities, a future where you are ascending, a future where you are doing great and unheard things. But first, let's use those experiences. Let's not be stuck. Let's not become prisoners of that. We'll use all those towards a focus, which is to craft ourselves, to look into the future and understand that, hey, I'm going somewhere. Let me write in the comment section, write your name. Tracy, you are going somewhere. Let me write your name in the comment section and write that comment. Tracy or John or Tochi or Adiola, or I see Abdullah there. Help me write in the comment section. I'm going somewhere. Yes, you are going somewhere. So don't let anything or anyone, not even your own self, to stand in the way of that, of heading, of going, where you are going, of heading in the direction, that you are headed. So yes, I see your comment. Absolutely. Adiola, I'm going somewhere. Yes, Shima says, I'm going somewhere. I'm with you guys on this. See, we are going somewhere. We are going somewhere. We are headed somewhere. And we must begin to harness everything. Everything now, it has become an input, has become a resource. And everything must work together. You know how the Bible says all things work together, right? Everything, the experiences, everything must work together for your good towards that focused future. Awesome. Yes, I see you guys. Tochi says, I'm going somewhere. Yes, Tochi, I'm with you on this. Abdullah says, I'm going somewhere. Awesome. Absolutely. I agree with you guys. So, but how do we begin to now break free? It will be foolhardy to say you want to deny, oh, that, and you went through an experience, or that something happened. It will be foolhardy to say you want to say no, to deny it. There is no need. You don't deny it. But how do we begin to move past, whether there are good experiences? Some people had such a good experience that they refuse to move away from that good experience to something even better. And so you hear people talk about, oh, the good old days. Yes, the good old days, but what about the better days ahead? There are better days ahead. Yes, I know the days could have been good. They could have been good, but you must tell yourself that there are better days ahead. Are you here? Let me write in the comment section that there are better days ahead. Yes, there are. Yes, they are. So no matter how good those days are, there are better days ahead. And even if they were not so good, you will use them, you will use those experiences to begin to craft, that awesome future for yourself. So some common ways that we hold ourselves back because of the experiences. You can tell yourself, I'm not good enough. Oh, I failed before, so I can this thing, it doesn't work. I can never get it right. Or many people, the one that I hear so often, that you must completely break free from, is that it is too late to change. Hey, it is not. It is not too late to change. In fact, there are so many, the history is rife with so many people who have gone to do great things even at an older age. And I hear that it is too late. Or I hear young people tell me, I still have time. Don't tell yourself those lies. Number one, it is not too late. It is not too late for you to begin to pursue relentlessly the vision that is set before you. And it is not too early. You don't have all the time, because before you know what's happening, 10 years have gone. And it's even a double jeopardy for someone to not think that they number one, they are older, and they not think that they have all the time. There is no better time than right now. Hey, there is no better time for you to do the things, as even as you are hearing me speak. And I always say that whenever you hear me speak, you are going to go away with actionable steps that you can begin to take immediately. So please stick with me. Stick with me this evening. Yes, we're going to be going back to back, but be careful that and make sure that you are taking something out of the session. But it is never too late. Whether you are 16 or 60, it's not too late. It's not too late. There is greatness. In fact, when I say this with a whole conviction that I have inside of me, because I believe it to be absolutely true, that you have greatness trapped on your inside. You have greatness. Yes, you heard me. You have greatness trapped on the inside, that you can do great things. You can do awesome things. It doesn't matter. Let me tell you, it doesn't matter your level of education. It doesn't matter your level of exposure. It doesn't matter. All that, they do not matter. What matters is that you make up your mind right here and right now to begin to do things differently towards achieving the things that you know that you are capable of achieving. That I know that you are capable of achieving. So you are good enough. Never tell yourself I'm not good enough because of experiences or things that you may have gone through. Even when you are tempted to, or you have said it before, from tonight, stop it. Don't say it again that you are not good enough. You are good enough. You are good enough. Never tell yourself that, oh, I failed before. And so what? Failure is feedback. Tell yourself that failure is feedback, and then you move and you do it again. And of course, it's never too late. It's never ever too late for you to get on with change. It is never too late for you to get on with change. I'm telling you that you can do all things. It's like you can literally do all things. The only thing you need to do is to decide. Decide today, decide right now that enough of this, and begin to take the steps to begin to do differently so that you can begin to see different results. Are you still here? Are you still here? Okay, thank you so much for still being here. So now, how do you begin to release what steps can you begin to take to begin to move away or move past the past? First of all, I say there is no need denying anything. The experiences, whether they are good or not so good, they happened. So acknowledge that, okay, this thing happened. Acknowledge that, oh, it is part of the experiences that have shaped my actions thus far. Acknowledge that, okay, this thing happened, and because it happened, this and this happened. So acknowledge that fact. Then tell yourself that I can change the narrative. Hey, let me write in the comment section, I can change the narrative. Write with your name. I, Tracy, write your name. I can change the narrative. It's all in your hands. I can change the narrative. Just ask yourself, this thing, how is it serving me? How is it helping me? How is this serving me? Any particular situation or circumstance, how is it helping me? Remember, we're talking about harnessing our experiences to begin to use them for a focused future, to craft a visionary and focused future. So ask yourself, how is this thing? How is it helping me? How is it serving me? And then tell yourself that I can change the narrative. I can change the narrative. And I want your mind to run wild. Whatever it is, what you need to do first is to, in your mind, tell yourself, decide on a faithful Thursday evening, 16th of January, like this, around 8:30 p.m. Just decide that I can change the narrative and begin to now replace whatever is limiting with more empowering. Start with empowering yourself. And I'm glad that you are in a class such as this, because it is knowledge. You start with knowledge. Even that's why I say, where it is when you know better that you can do better. It is when you know better that you can do better. Enough of this defeatist mentality. Not anymore. Not this year. I know we said 2025 can be the year of years. It can be for you the year that changes everything. But let me tell you that it is in your hands, and there's work to be done. It is still in your hands, and there is work to be done. Every experience, whether it's good or whether it's bad, it carries valuable lessons, but you get to decide. So many people will not allow themselves to be buried under the weight. I'm not trying to de-emphasize your experience. I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm trying to say that whatever that you went through, and you acknowledge it, but how can you now begin to use it? And it can be anything. It can be a denial, a betrayal, it can be whatever. Just let your mind run wild. But how can you begin to use it? How can you begin to use it? Recently, I read a story. I've forgotten the man's name now. I heard a story of this guy, who was he grew up in a very bad neighborhood. Not any fault of his. He was born into that neighborhood, not his fault. And by 17, he was already doing drugs. Oh, I need to remember his name. By 17, he was already doing drugs, and he got into bad crowd. Then at 17, he was involved in an armed robbery, and somebody died, and then he went to jail from 17. It was supposed to be for life, but he went to jail, and then somehow his life began to change. And this guy, I think he was in jail for about 20 something years. In jail, he was illiterate. He began to teach himself, and begin to teach himself, learned financial literacy, and began to learn about stocks. And then somehow, by divine providence, he was able to go get out on parole, and then became an influential figure, talking to people about financial literacy and how he turned his life around. And I'm telling you that, from as if he was going to die in prison, and his life turned around to become a beacon of hope to millions of people. So I'm telling that every experience can be used. Every experience, you can use it to begin to craft that focus and visionary future for yourself. So what are the lessons, whether good or whether bad, from every situation, from every circumstance that you may have gone through? What are the valuable lessons? What are the even painful moments? You can draw from them and begin to use them. Yes, I like John's comment. John says there is no better time than now. Absolutely, there is no better time than now. It is now we begin to move. Abdullahi says so. It's now that we begin to begin to take those things, harness it, and use them as a stepping stone onto the great heights that and I know that you are made for. So what kind of lessons can you begin to draw from those experiences, whether they are good or they are bad? What kind of lessons, valuable lessons, can you begin to draw and to use, to begin to step on into that glorious, that focused, and that focused future that you have? So ask yourself just a few questions. You can write this down. The experience that you went through, what did it teach you? I remember the day that one of my friends said to another of my friends, she said to that one, she said, if you don't let, and the other lady was going through a very painful experience, and she told her, she said, if you don't learn anything from this thing that you are going through, if you don't bring out lessons, then this whole experience would have been in vain. Hey, this whole experience would have been in vain. How many of us go through things and is in vain? It can be a very painful situation, but if you don't learn, or you don't take out the lessons from that experience, or from the thing that you are going through, then it will be very painful, but it would have been that you went through it in vain. So look on your experiences, in the past, on the things that you went through, whether they are good or bad, and ask yourself, these experiences, what did they teach me? What did you learn from it? Hey, what did you learn from it? See, when you begin to reason in this manner, when you begin to reason in this manner, all these people that say that, that they will not, something happen, and so they will no longer do this. Hey, they will give up on life. You don't have the luxury of doing that. Ask yourself that this situation, oh, I had to drop out of school drop out of primary school or secondary school in JS2. Okay, so what lessons did that bring out for me? Oh, I had to, different, any kind of experience that you may have had. What did that experience teach you? What did you learn from it? If you don't pick out the lessons, if you are not able to hold on to the lessons, then maybe you went through that thing in vain. And that will be the saddest part of that experience, that you went through a very bad or a very painful experience, and you went through it in vain. And in order for you not to go through it in vain, you have to have picked out lessons. So what did this experience, you ask yourself, and this is where you begin to practicalize it immediately. I say that whenever you hear me speak, you must take away things to begin to do immediately. So ask yourself, you can write these questions down. What did this experience, and fill in the blanks, any experience at all, what did it teach you? Next, you ask yourself, how has it shaped your strength? How has it made you stronger? How has it made you more resilient? How has it built more insight in you? Ask yourself. And then another question you can ask yourself, your experiences, how can you begin to use the lessons that you have learned to help others? How can you begin to use the experiences, the lessons that you have learned from all the things that you have gone through? How can you begin to help others? Remember what we are talking about. Don't lose sight of it. How can you harness your experiences to craft a visionary future? A future where you know that, oh, you are locked and focused on something, that your life, there is a big picture for it. Your experiences. How can we begin to harness our experiences and use it to craft that visionary future where we are focused on something? Enough of just anyhowness. Enough of anything goes, or anywhere belle face, or what will be. Enough of that. See, we have cheated ourselves for too long, living our lives like nothing matters, or your life doesn't count for anything. Your life must count for something. And we are now talking about using all our experiences, to begin to craft that visionary future. So your experiences, what have they taught you? How has it shaped your strength? And how can you begin to use the lessons that you have learned to help others on their own journey? The story that I was telling you about this guy began even right from prison to teach other inmates financial literacy in prison. He led it himself and began to teach. He began to teach from his experiences, began to help others, and he has come out now after several years and is teaching people and is helping people to turn their lives around. Your own experiences, the things that you have gone through, how are you using them? How can you use them to begin to help others on their journey looking forward? So how do we begin to craft that visionary future? Are you still here? Please let me know in the comment section. I'm still here. I can hear you loud and clear, coach. Let me see your comment in the comment section. So we have now looked at the experiences of the past. How can we then begin to craft this visionary future? Your vision is the picture that you see in your mind's eye. I like that quote by Helen Keller. She says that what is worse than being blind is having eyes but no vision, having sight but no vision. What a powerful statement. That lady was born blind and dumb, and she says that what is worse than being blind is when people have eyes but they don't have vision. So that your vision is a clear and compelling picture. Whenever you think vision, think seeing, and is a picture, that you have in your mind of what you want to become and what you want to achieve. That is what, simply put, that is what vision means. That's what vision means. So why does vision matter? We are talking about using our experiences to craft a visionary future. Why does vision matter? Vision helps you with direction. Your vision, it dictates your life. I think it was earlier this evening I made a post. I said, if your vision is not changing you, then there is something wrong, because your vision will direct your life. Your vision will decide the clothes that you will wear. Yes. Your vision will tell you that, see, It is not anything that you wear to anywhere now. Your vision will determine the way that you speak. Your vision will determine the people that you hang with. Your vision will determine, it will determine everything about your life. Your vision will change your life, because it will give you direction, it will give you motivation, it will help you in your daily choices. It will help you. It is very, very important, because there is no how that you can move forward with purpose without having a vision. It is one of the foundational things, and that is why this is coming at the beginning of the year, so that you can begin to get it sorted. In the advanced line on our seller store, we have a resource, the guide to creating your personal vision, mission, and your core values. It's on our seller store, so we'll avail the link. You can check it out and get that resource to help you now, because you cannot afford to just be going about anywhere belle face kind of life, living. Now is not the time. This year, more than ever before, is not the time. So you have to have that vision, and we're saying that for you to create that vision, your experiences is not something that you will discount. It's not something that you will throw away. We'll use everything to begin, to create that vision, that powerful, that focus, that visionary focus for your life. So quickly, just highlight, get the guide. It will help you with the steps to sit down and do this in detail. But just a quick guide, you will have to think about what matters to you. What are your values? What really matters to you? And I think somebody has asked me for this before. She said, the vision and the mission and the core values of the advanced lounge, are those my personal vision? And I said no. The advanced lounge is an organization. It's an entity on its own. It has its own its own vision, mission, and core values. Tracy Akpera has her own vision, mission, and core values. So reflect on what matters to you, and decide, and then begin to imagine the possibilities that exist for you. Imagine it. Sit down and think about it. Many times we don't want to think. It's more difficult. It's hard to think. It's easier for us to remember. That's why people like to remember the good old days. They want to remember because memory is easier. It has already happened, so it's already inside your brain. But when you are thinking into the future, when you're imagining, you are extending yourself beyond what you don't know. You don't know, but you are supposed to sit down and conceive it in your mind. But it is important that you do. So imagine the possibilities. What are the possibilities that you think are available or exist for you? Where do you see yourself? Then begin to set goals, and then make sure that you are adaptable. This is how to create a vision. Please get the guide. We cannot go deep into that given the time that we have, but you understand that to move forward, you must have your vision sorted. Your vision is your why. You must have your mission is your how, and then you have your core values, which are like your guiding principles as you are moving forward, as you are moving towards that vision, because the vision is like a destination that is in the future, is far. Your mission is how do you begin to get to that destination. It's like saying that my destination, I want to go to Lagos, and then how I have different how that I can go by air, I can go by land, I can trek, I can go by bicycle, I can go by motorbike. There are many ways. So you now sit down and decide the how. That's your vision and your mission. And then your core values are the things that, what do I need to make sure? Okay, I've decided that I'm going by car. I need fuel in my car, I need this. Those are the things that will guide you on that journey as you are headed there. So please get the guide. It will help you. You need to have your personal vision, mission, and core values. For the guys in the boot camp, the boot camp is the 12-week program of the advanced land, where we take participants through a structured program that helps them to build precept upon precept and build a structure and hold themselves accountable to the things that they want to, the goals, the plans, the aspirations that they have, and develop the character skills as well that will give them the correct basis, to build towards that wholesome and powerful future. There, I tell them these things that we structure these things over 12 weeks. It's a whole process, but you can get the guide and you can, yes, you can get the guide and you can take yourself through that process. But the guys in the boot camp will take our time, we'll go through the vision, we'll go through everything. There's a whole lot that we do in 12 weeks. Unfortunately, you can't join them now. They started on the 6th or 6th of January, and we have another cohort coming up later. We have other cohorts coming up later in the year. Once we are locked in the boot camp, we are locked. No, we're not admitting anybody inside until this after 12 weeks, and then we have another cohort. So we do that in the boot camp as well. So for you, I encourage you to get the guide and get your vision and your mission and your core values sorted. It is very, very important for you. So next we're going to get, I see you, Abdullahi. I see you guys. They are still here. Thank you so much, for being here. So what are the tools on this journey? Harnessing your experiences to craft that visionary future. We've spoken about the experiences, how important they are, and how important it is that we are products, but we are not prisoners. You ought to ask yourself, are you a product or are you a prisoner of your past? You ought to ask yourself and answer yourself, are you a product or are you a prisoner of your past? There are a lot of people that are still far, but I want you to come back after this class. As you are hearing, you need to use your past instead as resources, as tools that will help you to craft your visionary future. And what are the tools that you need? I said first of all, it starts in the mind. I mentioned it. It starts in the mind. You must begin to have a mindset shift, understanding that the past, your experiences, are inputs. They're not something. They're not walls, or they're not iron bars for you to stand and just stay in one place. No, your experiences are tools, are resources for you to harness, for you to use to begin to move forward with power and with purpose. So mindset shift. Move from everybody, this person did this to me. Oh, my father did not leave an inheritance. Oh, my husband did not do this. Oh, my boss did not do this. We must move from that place of victimhood to begin to take ownership. And I like to say that nobody is coming to save you. Let me write it in the comment section. Nobody is coming to save me. Nobody is coming to save me. You must take personal responsibility. You must own up. You must own up to the responsibility. It's yours. You must take it. So no more playing victimhood. Instead, we take ownership. We take ownership, because see, no one, don't expect it. You will be disappointed. Nobody is coming to save you. Not from anything. You must get up and you must take responsibility. It is your responsibility. It is your responsibility, because nobody is coming to save you. Not from your experiences of the past, not from anything. Nobody is coming to save you. So you get up, you equip yourself, you get the knowledge, and then you move on. You take responsibility. Take personal responsibility to begin to do things differently, so that you can begin to see different results. And you must tell yourself and begin to train yourself and begin to walk in moving from that fear to confidence. And I like to say, confidence will come when you pay attention, when you invest in yourself. You grow in confidence as you do things, as you make promises to yourself and you keep the promises to yourself. You will find yourself growing in confidence. It was, I think, last year in the first cohort or the second cohort, there was a lady in the boot camp, and I tell them, I say, there is no 10 ways to becoming more confident, 20 ways to becoming more self-disciplined. No. In the boot camp, as you are doing the activities in the boot camp, you are building yourself up in these character skills. And so she said she just found herself that she was becoming just more confident. She was entering into spaces and owning them. Why? You are doing activities that you are, the little things you tell yourself, oh, I'm doing this by this time, and you get it done. You are giving yourself the impetus. You are boosting yourself up, because you make a promise. You tell yourself that, oh, I'll do this, and you actually get it done. You are increasing your self-worth, your self-esteem, and your self-confidence. So moving from fear to confidence is an important part. Is an important part of beginning to harness, those experiences and forming a focus, a visionary future, a visionary future. So the tools that you need, first of all, start with the mind. It starts in the mind. Mindset shift, very, very key. And then begin to move, from fear to confidence. Other practical things that you can begin to do: journaling. People look at journaling and they say, journaling, they despise it. No, start today. And I tell you that anytime you hear me speak, you will find things that you can begin to do immediately. In the boot camp is a staple. The boot campers have journal that you must keep your journal every day. Just journal. Just write. It's yours. It's write about your day, write about yourself. Just journal. It's a very, very powerful tool for transformation. Gratitude practice. I encourage gratitude journaling. So get a journal. Start today. Get exercise book. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Get exercise book, any kind of exercise book, and write today's date and begin. Just write 3 or 5 things that you are thankful for. That is gratitude journaling. Gratitude journaling helps you to focus on what you have and not what you lack. Many times we are focused on what is not working. Hey, this one happened. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, this one is happening. But what of the things that are working? So you must train yourself, to focus on what you have and not what you lack. It's a powerful tool for transformation. Another powerful tool that you must take advantage of is visualization. Think that what are the possibilities that exist for you? What are the possibilities that exist for you? To ask yourself, picture yourself living like your best life. How does it look like for you? It's also a very, very powerful tool that will move you beyond just focusing on the experiences that you are having or you've had into creating a very crafting a powerful and visionary future, for yourself. Very, very key. Very, very, very key. Okay, so we have spoken about journaling, gratitude journaling, visualization, and other things that you can do. We have resources. We have loads of resources that will help you, because as I said, it is when you know better that you can do better. And in the advanced lounge, even on our communities, every day we are learning. It is when you know better that you can do better. Get into our communities. We have communities on Facebook, on IG, on Twitter. Please get into our communities. You will find engaging and enriching content on a daily basis. On a daily basis, you must be learning. You must give yourself to learning. One of my personal core values is lifelong learning. I learn something every day. I read something every day. It's a commitment that I have made with myself and by myself and to myself, that I must learn something every day. And it's very, very important. Get into our communities. You will learn every day. There's engaging content. And then when you get on our seller store, we have all kinds of resources that will help you on your personal growth journey. So you want to explore those things like that. And of course, in the advanced lounge, we have a different programs, different events. Everything that we are doing in the advanced lounge is geared towards making you a better version of yourself. Because somebody said, and I agree, that the things that you are looking for are also looking for you, not just this version of you. So there is a better version, there is a superior version, there is a more valuable version of you that you can be. But it will not just come by just sitting down and say, oh, okay, today again I've heard that coach. No, it will come from you taking clear and consistent action towards the life that you want and you desire. And I tell the guys in the boot camp, and I'll tell you too, that I didn't promise anybody bread and butter. It is real work, and the project is you. Let me write in the comment section, the project is me. I tell myself that the project is me. I'm not asking you to go and work on your child or work on your husband or work on whoever. I'm asking you to focus on you. And it's not in error, it's not a mistake. I believe that you are the most important piece of your life. So I always make this analogy. You know how you have a chessboard, right? With all those chess pieces on it, right? If your life was a chessboard and all those pieces were moving part of your life, you are the most important piece on a chessboard. I think is the queen, right? That is the most important piece. So you are that most important piece. Everything that you are doing must be towards enriching that most important piece. And the reason is simple. It's not pride, it's not arrogance, it's not selfishness. The reason is because every other aspect of your life depends on you. Every other aspect of your life will only work to the extent that you work. Every other aspect of your life will only succeed to the extent that you succeed. So for your marriage to succeed, you as a person have to succeed. For your parenting to succeed, you as a person, you have to succeed. For your job, for you to succeed on your job, you as a person have to be succeeding. For you to succeed in any relationship, you as a person have to be succeeding. So an investment in yourself, in your personal growth, can never be a wasted investment, can never be out of place, because you are the most important piece. It is when you invest in yourself that it now begins to overflow to the different aspects of your life. So ensure, I invite you to pay focused attention to yourself. Invest in your personal growth. Invest in it. Many people say, "Oh, it's a waste of time." I cannot imagine for the life of me that you would consider an investment in yourself a waste of time. Investment in your mental transformation, investment in enlarging your capacity, investment in making yourself a better version. I don't think there is any other investment that is worth it more than you. Because when you invest in yourself, of course is going to speed into all those aspects, all other aspects of your life. And we are here, the advanced land exists to, support you on this journey. And why do you need support? When you get support, you are able to accelerate your growth. When, as you are here, you are learning, and this is coming because the advanced land put this together. And when you are learning, then you are able to accelerate your growth. And then another key aspect of support is accountability, which is why we have an accountability boot camp where we hold people accountable. Because when you are when you're in accountability system, you give yourself the opportunity to be able to meet your goals faster and quicker and better, and to be able to stay on track to the things that you really want. And we have that in the advanced land as well, as well as when you are in a support, when you have support, you are able to have encouragement. And as I said, that there is no bread and butter. We didn't promise anybody bread and butter, but what we did promise is that you will have a structure, and you will have support. What we did promise is that you will have support. You will have support, throughout your journey. So you want to be, get into our communities. And that is why community is a key aspect of what we do. Community is key is in our DNA, or of the advancement. Community is very, very key. Awesome. So we have been talking about how to harness, your experiences to craft a visionary future for yourself. And we've laid, and I hope that I've been able to convince you that your past is important, but to the extent that you're able to draw lessons from it and begin to use them, to craft a visionary future. And we've gone through all the things, that we have to go through about, about using all the experiences that you've had and crafting that future, and the tools that are available to you, and the support, and the role of the support system that you have, and the advanced land, and all that we do, to support your journey of growth. So please remember that your past may have shaped you, because we have said that we are products of our past, of our experiences. Your Right. Okay. I think we had a little network glitch there. So we're just in closing to say that your past may have shaped you. Your past has shaped you. We've said that your past, you are a product of your past experiences and everything. Your past may have shaped you, but your future is yours to design. So you begin to design it by yourself, and there's no better day to start than to start right now. There's no better day to start than to start right now. So everything that we have spoken about in this class, please take it. We gave you some questions. I hope you took down those questions to ask yourself, what to ask yourself, and begin to craft the future of your dreams. It's in your hands, and that's why I said take responsibility. Is in your hands. It's in within your power to start. So you don't have control over the past. The past has happened. The past is part of the experiences that you have, but what you do have control over is the future, and the future is yours to design. And what do you do to design? You have to sit down intentional and begin to draw out and map out how you want your future to look like. Use the experiences, use the lessons, and begin to craft that powerful, that visionary future, and start today. The Advanced Lounge is here to support. We have our 1 week of small positive changes challenge is still ongoing. Today is day 4, but you can still join us. We will provide the links, to join. It's a free challenge where we are just building powerful habits that would position us for the success, for the sustainable and sustained success that we desire. So please use the information, use the knowledge gained to begin to move towards a powerful future. Yes, awesome. Your project, the project is you. You are the project. You are the project. Yes, Tochi, I like that. So thank you so much for being in this class tonight. It has been a wonderful, almost an hour well spent. I've had a great time, sharing with you guys tonight. And we've just been talking about how to harness our experiences and use it. Your experiences are whether good or bad, you can begin to draw lessons from it and craft that visionary, that powerful future of your dreams. And I'm here to tell you that it's possible. You can begin to do these things even starting right now. Thank you so much for joining me tonight on this week's edition of the Advanced Lounge weekly live webinar. I've had such a good time. I hope you've had a good time too. If there are questions, drop them. We'll be willing and able to take your questions. Drop them in the comments, and then we'll get to them. Thank you so much for being in this session tonight. It has been an awesome time. I know that you've taken a lot of notes, and my encouragement to you, my charge to you this evening will be that please use every knowledge gained to your advantage. The knowledge is not for your notebooks, it's not for your notepad, it's for you to put them into use. And please start immediately, start tonight. There are so many things that we've said in the course of the class. Start tonight so that you can begin to do things differently, so that you see different results. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you in our communities. If you have not joined the Advanced Lounge community, the links are available. Please join us in the Advanced Lounge community on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. Join our communities. If you have not, please subscribe to this channel as well, so that you can get notifications. Just click and subscribe so that you can get notifications when we have content come on. And of course, I'll see you in our communities. I will see you next week for the next edition of the Advanced Lounge weekly live webinar. Thank you so much for being here tonight. My name is Tracy Akwera. I'm the founder and the anchor of the Advanced Lounge community, and I'm a personal success coach. I look forward to walking your journey of growth with you. Thank you so much for being here tonight, and have a wonderful night rest. See you next week, Thursday. Bye now. Thank you, Adiola. Have a good night, everybody. Good night.